EA dropped their trailer for franchise mode for Madden 26, and shortly after that, they posted their developer diary where they went fully in depth of all the new features coming to franchise mode this year. However, shortly after that, they dropped a second developer diary for presentation and everything new that's coming to Madden 26 in presentation. And honestly, if you blinked, you missed it. I didn't see anyone talking about this. And so I thought, you know what? I better make a video and cover the presentation developer diary for you guys. Now, this isn't nearly as in depth as gameplay or franchise, so we'll get through this pretty quickly as I'm just going to cover the highlights. I do want to say before we dive in, though, thank you for checking out the Sim Gaming Network, where it's all sim all the time. Appreciate you coming through. If you happen to be new, man, do me a favor, subscribe to the channel. I have a goal right now of getting to 18,000 subs before College Bowl 26 hits early access on July 7th. We're only a couple hundred away, and you guys have been absolutely crushing it the last 7 days as far as subscribing to the channel for me. I really appreciate it. If we can keep that momentum going, I will absolutely get to my goal before the 7th of July. Also, if you like the fact that I made this video for you guys, do me a favor, like the video. It'll help YouTube spread the information to others via the algorithm because it runs off likes. So thank you guys for doing that and taking the time. Now let's dive in to the presentation deep dive. Like I said, I'm going to pick out the highlights, what I feel like is the most important. We're going to start off with game day experience. And it says, what you witness in NFL games is orchestrated by the talented game day operations staff of every team across the league. In Madden 26, we collaborated with those groups at every NFL franchise to deliver updates to the field art, mascots, stadium motion graphics, stadium sounds, and uniforms. So first start off with a field art. So what does that coordination with the NFL team actually mean? How will it impact your game of Madden? For starters, you get real-world recreations of the different field art that appears when alternate uniforms are worn at home. If the Buccaneers are rocking the creamsicles at home, the field art at Raymond James will be too. The difference on the field can be seen in the midfield logo, end zones, edge walls, and typography. I love that. Absolutely love that because I love rocking the throwback uniforms whenever I play Madden and a team has a throwback uniform. You'll see the whiteouts in Cincinnati and Minnesota, as well as blackouts for the Eagles, Jets, Panthers, and Ravens. Equipping classic uniforms will result in retro field art being shown in Atlanta, Denver, Miami, New England, Philadelphia, Seattle, and Tampa Bay. And then there's the Texans. They've got annual events with specific looks to celebrate Battle Red Day, Reppin' H-Town, and their whiteout. There are plenty of other combinations of alternate uniforms and field art to be discovered in Madden, and we're excited to hear about your favorites. Then they kind of go into mascots. I'm not really going to read too much on mascots. They've had mascots in the game before. Madden 12, they're just bringing them back. It's a good feature, don't get me wrong, and they are expanding on it from Madden 12, what they had in the game, but we're not going to touch on it here. Moving over to stadium sounds. Close your eyes and put yourself in your favorite team stadium. It's kickoff on opening day. What do you hear? Sound is crucial element to sports immersion. Our collaboration with the NFL teams give us access to the specific sound effects used at home games. For example, Minnesota has two types of Gallahorn sounds for specific game events. When the Vikings get a first down, they use a high-pitched version of the horn sound. When they're on defense for third down, you'll hear the lower-pitched and more menacing version. Coordinating with NFL teams also gave us an opportunity to identify and disable the SFX that are now outdated. Goodbye, electric zap sound for the Chargers. We also leveraged our partnerships with the NFL Films and ESPN to continue building our library of crowd chants and reactions, whether it's the Who Dey chant in Cincinnati or Who Dat chant in New Orleans. You're hearing authentic recordings with tens of thousands of fans. Moving on to equipment, this is big for a lot of people. Equipment, swag, drip, whatever you prefer to call it. We're all about it, but we'll start with our refactored uniform content. Uniforms have been completely redone via Compositor. You might want to head in Instant Replay in Madden NFL 26 and take a look at the much more realistic animating wrinkles in jerseys twisting. You'll also see a much tighter and more realistic fit for players who wear flak jackets and backplates. Those have also been visually redone. Bonus here, coaches on the sidelines have 3D embroidered team logos on their hats and visors. It's a small detail, sure, but that is how authentic Madden NFL 26 is. We even have team logos on thigh pads, and of course, if you've been paying attention, the Guardian cap, both sleeved and unsleeved, is in the game. I will tell you, I played the Madden 26 beta. Guardian cap looks really well done in the game. Fantastic job. I can speak to that. We heard you on being able to easily select a face mask that matches the helmet style. It became a process of highlight every face mask till the game tells me it fits. Now face masks automatically sort for you based on the helmet you have attached, which is a huge quality of life upgrade. Thank you, EA, for that. Highly appreciated. We also brought in new branded gear like Adidas and Nike cleats, including the Adidas Impact Snakeskin and Nike Edge Pro 362. More glove options included Adidas and Under Armour. Oh yeah, Under Armour gear is back. 7 different Under Armour cleats, including the UA Blur and UA Spotlight Suede. So you can look real nice and celebrating your way to the end zone. They have a lot more, but they don't want to spoil it. So as we move on here to setting the stage, when we begin the creative process for Madden NFL 26, our goal for creating the game day experience was driven by this phrase: every stadium, every stadium, a stage, every game, a spectacle. Those words directly led to the creation of light show runouts for primetime games with the powerful orchestration of sights and sounds. You got a sneak peek at some of those runouts in the Madden 26 reveal trailer with Baltimore, Buffalo, Kansas City, Minnesota, New Orleans, and Philadelphia. Near the start of that reveal trailer, Vikings legend Randy Moss is shown taking part in the skull chant before he blows the Gallahorn at US Bank Stadium. He's one of a collection of NFL legends returning to their former teams to perform a pregame tradition. Here are some other examples. The rest are being kept as a surprise. We got Rob Gronkowski ringing the bell in New England as the keeper of the light. Greg Olsen returned to the Carolina Panthers to bang the keep pounding drum. Charles Woodson lighting the Al Davis Memorial Torch in Las Vegas. And Joe Montana blaring the foghorn in San Francisco. Some of the mascots also take part in the traditions. For example, Big Red gets things fired up by cranking the Big Red Siren in Arizona. One of the most challenging traditions to pull off was Freddie Falcon doing a spectacular zipline stunt in Atlanta. Hat tip to our animators. And then down in Tampa, they'll actually see the cannons firing on the pirate ship in addition to hearing them. Stadium music. So they licensed 40 plus songs from a variety of genres for stadium music. Some of these songs will be nostalgic for longtime Madden players. They go on to continue that, list a couple of the music they've added, which is irrelevant to me. Last year, we heard your feedback about the stadium songs being off by default in the soundtrack. And they did fix that with the title update. This year, we're launching with all stadium songs set to on by default. They've also added 4 speaker settings that you can customize in the settings for headphones, TV speakers, soundbar, and surround sound. Next, outside of that, we are going to pull a little bit from the franchise deep dive because they talk about presentation there, and I do think this is important. They talk about, and this is a continuation from franchise, the game day experience. And so what they've done is, what it says here is when you press start, where the actual day of the week determines the song that's heard. For example, if it's a Thursday, you'll hear our theme song for Thursday Night Primetime to set the stage. When you go to play now, you'll see a team select screen with a night sky in the background to reinforce the Thursday night theme for a particular day. When you ready up your team, you'll hear a sound effect or chant that's specific to the franchise. For example, choose the Eagles, you might hear a snippet of Fly, Eagles, Fly. This threw me off in the beta. I thought it was really cool. I didn't know what was going on. Now this makes sense. During that Play Now game on Thursday, you'll see and hear the custom broadcast packages, elements that are specific to Thursday night primetime games. As they've already discussed, they have new specific visuals for Thursday night, Sunday night, Monday night. We'll continue to go in that here. One of our favorite things we created for each broadcast package is an NFL bumper that precedes a game. The stunning visuals and authentic music are complemented by the Super Bowl's annual PA announcer, Al Roach. When you hear Al say EA Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League, you know it's almost game time. Last year, we introduced 3 commentary teams. This year, we assign each one to a primetime package. Thursday night is Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis. Sunday night is Mike Tirico and Greg Olsen. And Monday night is Kate Scott and Brock Heward. As you make your way through a season, What you hear about a quarterback taking the field from Greg Olson's perspective will be different from the games assigned to Brock or Charles Davis. For non-primetime games, the commentary team will be chosen at random. One of the most memorable and distinct elements of our primetime packages are the theme songs. We compose a specific version for each one of them. Our custom audio elements are also delivered in the details, like the specific sounds you'll hear for the various banners and wipes. As we continue, going into the halftime report, this was also very big. The wait for highlights from other games is almost over. You'll see highlights from across the league in the halftime report, bringing the world around you to life in franchise mode. It doesn't end with CPU highlights. For the first, and this is huge, you guys. This is absolutely awesome if you ask me. For the first time in any NFL video game, any video game, honestly, that I can think of, you'll also see your friends' highlights appear at halftime in a multi-user online league. When a friend's highlight is chosen for the show, their customized player banner card will appear on screen. If it's a highlight from a game with 2 other players in your online league, you'll see each of their player cards. One of the most exciting elements of our halftime report is the host, Scott Hansen. Who could be better to speak about the games around the league more than the beloved host, which I think this is fantastic. One thing I do want to say is they took a clip to show like what the halftime show looks like. And my God, if they give us these ugly ass, horrible angled replays, I am going to lose my goddamn mind, y'all. Why does EA not understand how to give us good replay angles? This is not replay angles we see from Scott Hansen, so why is it in the game? Oh my God, I'm nervous about this. I think this is a really cool feature. This has me concerned. They also added a weekly recap show, so we extended our ability to show CPU highlights in the halftime report to our weekly recap. This new feature is available on demand in the Franchise Hub as a way to experience highlights from across the league. Just like the halftime report, the weekly recap will also include highlights from other players in your multi-user online league. You'll also get to see your own highlights as well. It's our way of bringing sights to the stats. Scott Hansen also hosts a weekly recap, sharing insights from matchups across the league. Early in the season, you'll hear details mentioned, such as first-year head coach notching the first one of his NFL career. Midway through a season, Scott will call out the teams that are extending win streaks, identify the squads trying to bounce back, and call attention to the matchups with playoff implications. As the calendar reaches December, you'll hear more about the teams clinching spots in the postseason, others already looking ahead to next year. You'll get the weekly recap become available in Franchise Hub after you complete your first game of the regular season. So, guys, that's going to wrap up this quick rundown of the presentation deep dive. Hope you guys enjoyed this. I do think this is absolutely fantastic, and honestly, Madden's positioned itself to have the best presentation in any of the sports gaming. It's got the most commentary teams. It's going to have weekly recap show. It's going to have a lot of things that MLB The Show and NBA 2K do not have. So I think if this is done even as half as well as it sounds like, Madden's now going to have the best presentation mode of any sports game. Crazy that we're here finally after all these years. But anyway, guys, that's it for this one. Thank you for checking it out. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Otherwise, stay tuned to the next one. Peace.